Hey, Jake's back and he's got his own show. He's on the mic and he's ready to go. Noodle on his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning, Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.
All right. Already we all float on. Good morning, Bakers, and welcome to Waking Jake. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We're here. Scary day in the Roosevelt Studios, rsvlts.com/Jomboy. Go check them out. They're our favorites. They love baseball. We love baseball. Myself, Jake Storielli, producer BBD in the corner. A serious tone from my voice that I didn't fully expect. But we're playing scared today. Yankees Game 5 coming up later. And I think the only way to tell you about the Game 5 coming up is tell you how we got there, BBD. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. Let's go, Yankees. Let's go sports. Let's go Wake and Jake. Let's bake the algorithm. The game of the night that we start with. There was a football game. Brady, Big Dick Nick. We'll get there. It wasn't exciting. Thursday night football. We'll talk about it. There was 4 MLB elimination games yesterday. 3 teams got eliminated. 1 team did not. Your New York Yankees. How'd they do it? Opener day for the Rays. Ryan Thompson, and he gets knocked around a little bit in the second inning. Luke Voigt, the home run champ. The champ is here. King Louis V, 453 feet. How do you like that? Grandma, $25. We'll get there. DJ LeMahieu with the sac fly. It's 2-0. Rays punch back. RBI. Runners on second and third. No outs. They only get 1. It's a 2-1 game. It would stay that way. The pitching would hold for both sides until the 6th. Gleyber Torres. Baby Gleybe. The young, prodigal shortstop for the Yankees, who's gotten overlooked this year. He hits a moondog third deck into that brick warehouse or the metal warehouse, whatever it is in San Diego. Yanks had an insurance run. The bullpen does their job. Jordan Montgomery started for the Yanks. 4 innings pitch, 1 earned run. Really big start in an elimination game for them. 5-1 is the final score there. Again, I think this, not traditionally like, oh my God, what a crazy game. But Houston whooped up on the A's. The Dodgers whooped up on the Padres. The Braves whooped up on the Fish. And I mentioned the football game. It's kind of exciting, but also not at all. So the Yankees, and I'm sure we'll be teasing this throughout, Game 5 tonight. Do or die for both teams. Boogity, boogity. The Yankees survive. Really good performance from the bullpen. Jordan Montgomery. The bats do enough. Yanks win 5-1. So I put that as the game of the night. Again, no wild like, oh my God. Tonight's probably that game, if we're being honest. But Yankees the only team to stave off elimination. Is stave a word, Big Baby David?
Yeah.
Stave? S-T-A-V-E? Yeah.
I think you used it right.
Yeah. Stave off. Stave off. Stave off. That was producer BBD in the corner. He's a beautiful man. You listening. You're a beautiful man or woman or whatever you want to be, I guess. It's kind of what we do now. You're beautiful. Let's do the rest of the baseball, BBD. High and tight. I mean, we got baseball stuff coming up. Talking baseball. Talking Yanks. Big day. Yes, I am wearing the same outfit. You got to run it back. When you wear something like this and it works, you don't go away from that. So Let's go Yankees. Bop, bop, bada, bop. All right, BBD, the rest of the baseball scores, and then we can kind of circle up on it. Maybe have a nice little Friday discussion about it with the people, because the games themselves, not too exciting. Are we starting Braves Fish?
Crime pod.
Kyle Wright versus Sixto Sanchez. Sixto Sanchez been, he was part of the story of baseball for a little bit this year. Big-time prospect, pumps 100, change-ups 90, sliders 93, 3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. The Braves start doing their damage in the 3rd inning. Both pitchers were surviving. Kyle Wright is probably the story for the Braves. He goes 6 innings pitched, 7 Ks. Out of Vanderbilt, young guy, hasn't had a lot of major league success. Looks like he's figured it out. Well, at least against these Marlins. And again, elimination game. And things kind of fell apart for the Fish. They had a lot of early base runners. They couldn't get the runs across. Then the Braves do it. Ozuna, Darno, Dansby, Freeman, Dansby, Duvall. No homers, but a lot of run-scoring hits. They're winning a lot of at-bats. That offense is electric right now. And, I think the pitching, so they've won 5 games. I think 4 of their games are shutouts. 3 of their games?
Feels right.
4 of their 5 games have been shutouts. A team that everyone is worried about their pitching. Now, it was against the Reds and the Marlins, and the Dodgers are waiting for them now. And let's get into those Dodgers, because that's what we want to talk about. It's teaser. They won. But, we're a Cron Pod. We're Cron Pod, BBD. What am I doing? I'm shook. Game 5.
It's a crime pod, but it's also whatever you want it to be, Jade.
It's a Cron Pod.
I'm here to adjust to you.
It's a Cron Pod. So the Braves move on to the NLCS. In the AL, Houston versus Oakland, man. I was feeling this Oakland team. Zach Greinke with the throwing up the 2s and gives up a home run. He was doing some pitch sequencing stuff, but real bad look. Real bad look for a little bit. Ramon Laureano, the laser show. Guy that ran at their whole team. It's a 3-run homer in the 2nd. Oakland's up 3-0. In the 4th, Oakland punches back. Michael Brantley with the 2-run homer. Carlos Correa, then a 3-runner. 3-0 to 5-3. Laureano, again, he hits his 2nd of the day. He's a stud. How about Matty Olson put a charge into one? Josh Reddick robbed it. How does that change the game path of this game? It doesn't matter, because in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, Houston puts up 2 runs an inning. They keep coming. Correa, Tucker, Altuve with the homer. They stretched it out to 11-4, and then Marcus Semien, he hits a ball to the track. It would have been a 9-7 game. This A's team did keep battling at the dish. They score a couple late in the 9th. It's not enough. Astros go Greinke, Taylor, Javier, Paredes, Presley. They win 11-6. And A's, I wish I could give you more. I wish I could tell you, you guys fought hard and it was good and you should have been there. You got robbed. You didn't. You lost this game by 5 runs. So really tough. Good for the Astros. Greinke, 76 pitches the day after he got scratched because of arm stuff. Astros and Dusty have a plan. We think Astros are going to the American League Championship Series. Insane. I mean, I think that would blow a lot of people's minds. And DVD, I'm thinking back to Talking Baseball. How many times in the final weeks did we check like the percentages? It was like odds to make the World Series and things like that. And the Astros were always high. And it was one of those like computers. It's like, well, they're there. So we'll wrap it up. Dodgers beat up on the Padres in the late night game. Dodgers take out the broomsticks just like the Braves did. These two teams have kind of been lining up since the first series, and the Cubs just died, and the Braves dominated the Reds. Enough about them. in the second. Belly with the RBI ground. With Padres take the lead, I think they had the lead early in every game. They go up 2-1 after a Trent Grisham single. Dodgers walked in a run after an intentional walk in the second inning. They were getting torn apart for that, but guess what? Their team is disgusting. They score 5 in the third, and then they have follow-up runs in the fourth and the fifth. Seager, Turner, it's Pollock, it's Peterson. Will Smith got jiggy with a 5-hit game, I believe. Yeah, 5 for 6 from the catcher, Will Smith. That's a guy that a lot of baseball fans probably don't know. You name a lot of Dodger names before you get to Will Smith, and he's really good. They don't homer this game, and they put up 12 runs. The Padres go down. They used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They used 11 pitchers in this game, the Padres. And you kind of can't blame them. Oh, Larry Rothschild, they'll blame you. They'll find a way. They lost their 1 and 2 starting pitchers coming into the series. Absolutely brutal. Dodgers sweep, and oh yeah, they're also really goddamn good. Dodgers and Braves haven't lost yet. They will meet up in the NLCS. Houston moves on.
I have to imagine one of them will finally lose a game.
I'm not an analytics guy, but I like that, BBD. What else? What else needs to be said about the baseball as of right now, Beavers?
Well, the note I have, I think, is going to just be used in my Bro of the Night.
Ooh, okay.
So
okay.
It's kind of what I've got.
Yeah. Okay.
I was surprised the Marlins didn't do better at all in the series.
We thought they'd be pesky. We thought they'd disrupt a little bit. I think. I
figured they'd have at least one of these games that they do the Marlins thing.
They were winning.
They
were winning in game 1, and you kind of thought, okay, maybe they got a chance, and then the Braves ran away with it, and then game 2 was a 2-0 game. They just couldn't do it. Good for the Braves, man. Braves look really good. It's going to be Braves-Dodgers in Dallas. I believe I've got that right. Dodgers are still going to be the big favorites. You hope the Braves bring it. And what does that look like? The Braves bullpen is really good. And again, that's where baseball gets fun, right? Because if the Braves starting pitching can hold up, like the Dodgers are the clear favorite for the first 5 innings. And then I think the Braves are the favorite for the final 4 innings. So if the Braves can get out to some early leads, get it to that bullpen, it's fun. The Dodgers are still the favorite.
I think any day they get multiple runs off whoever the Dodgers starter is, they got to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Their pitching has held up. Their bullpen is really as good as it gets.
Their bullpen.
They don't have
really
any of the
good.
guys you hear the name and you get scared.
Yeah.
But all of them are very proven.
They're all really good. I say this, and I think people would take it as a rude way. They have 6 or 7 guys that you would love to have the number 2 guy in your bullpen. Will Smith, Melanson, Chris Martin, little baseball deep dive here. Shane Green, Matzik, another guy did it yesterday. It's good. So it's going to be a really good matchup. Walker Buehler, Kershaw. The Dodgers have been having young guys step up. Dustin May only goes the 1 inning. Everyone was mad about that. But Urias goes 5. He's a good young pitcher for them. Catterday. I hope it's a fun series. I think the Dodgers are still the favorite. Top of my head before looking into it, I'd probably say Dodgers in 6. We'll see, man. These Braves look good right now. But they also played the Marlins and the Reds. So it's
hopefully
tough.
The first game or 2 they can get a win there and you don't want to have to make too big an adjustment later.
You don't want to go down.
It's just a different level of team.
They're really good. They're really good. Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, Turner, Muncy, Smith, Belly, Pollock, Peterson. They're really good. So that's what's going on in the NL. In the AL, we will find out. Houston moves on. They've got to be feeling a little weird about a 7-game set with their pitching, but they've been winning ball games. Dusty has a plan, and they're playing with fucking piss and vinegar right now, man. It feels weird because, in theory, they should be the bad guys, but hey, they're not cheating right now and they're winning. And it's going to be interesting to see, which, again, we're going to circle back on tonight. Yankees-Rays, Game 5. Whew. Oh, boy. Let's get this football game out of the way, BBD. Probably got no games. Bears versus Tampa. Whoo! How about a Tom Brady, Nick Foles rematch? We're doing it. Big Dick Nick versus Tampa Tom. And this was kind of a good game. Tampa went up 13-0, and I think everyone was kind of like, all right, yeah. Tampa and Tom have been rolling. The Bears, meh. Not so fast, my friend. Chicago, 2 tutties in the final 2 minutes of the half to go up 14-13. David Montgomery with the run. And how about Jimmy Graham still doing it? Everyone made fun of those Bears for getting 10 tight ends. And they still kind of are. But they get the score. They're up 14-13. Second half, producer BBD's notes, and this is what I saw also. Field goals, back and forth. Nothing exciting. Where's your big play? Come on. We like big plays. We're America. And then Foles kind of does it. The Bears win 20-19. Did the Bucks miss one at the end of this game? Do we know?
It's possible.
It's a maybe. Oh, yeah, and Tom Brady had the 4th down fail thing. He didn't know what was going on with the downs. Just kind of a weird game for me. I don't know. Like, I'll almost leave it open to the chat if anyone's got any final words they want to get in, but I know Khalil Mack did his thing. Bears win 20-19. What do you think, Bieber?
Thursday games, there's always something weird that happens, I feel like.
Yeah.
Could just be the thing where you just notice the weird stuff more because it's the only game and it's usually not the, premier matchup. I don't know. The Thursday games have been weirding me out the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of that. I think there's also a little bit of, I think these guys are creatures of habit. So when you play on Sunday and then you play on Thursday instead of the next Sunday, that leaves the door open for some weirdness. And I know the defenses used to dominate for a while because the offense didn't have time to implement game plans. I think that's kind of been myth busted for now. Yeah. But, and the other story after the game, Brady doesn't shake Foles' hands. I'm sure Brady can get out of that, right? And just be like, well, COVID.
Right now,
shit.
It's pretty easy with COVID stuff.
So
I think a lot of other people did shake hands and stuff. But
Right. So, I don't know.
Brady's got to stay safe.
And, hey, I gave Brady and the Bucks some love. I said they started rolling. They started looking good. The Bears, they improved to 4-1. So Bears win at home, 20-19, kind of ugly. Not hot in the streets like baseball, folks. So,
although they'll in 2 or 3 weeks they will have sports to themselves.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, and I think no training camp. All the teams will be kind of dialed by then. You kind of have an idea of who the teams are.
We're into the second quarter of the season now.
Yeah.
So.
Which is probably kind of traditionally part of the first quarter of the season. I don't know. Bucks win. I'm over it. It's baseball season. Playoffs. All right, that's the sports. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We got a couple more final segments that we close up with. The first one, BBD, is the comment of the day. Thank you guys. You guys make the show go. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, the podcast app. You guys are killing it, absolutely killing it. What I ask you guys to do is bake the algorithm. Click like, leave a comment, share with a friend, wherever you are. All those little things help bake the algorithm to bring the show up. Rising tides raise all ships, baby. And you guys are great at it. And we've been getting big views and stuff. You guys are beautiful. Evan Unknown with the shout out in the chat. I got you. We've got a lot of people in the YouTube early, people in the Facebook, Periscope. You guys are great. So comments of the day, I ask you guys, leave something silly or leave something sports. We've had a few lately. The one that jumped out, and again, we're going to talk a little more Yanks. OMC was their YouTube name. They said Yanks need to put a Rosarena on every time tonight. And that was before last night's game. Rosarena, who had been dominating the Yankees, 0 for 4 last night. And that's a little bit to show you, like, baseball is just a whole different breed.
Such a weird sport.
It's a sick sport. It's not LeBron. Like, LeBron's going to get 20 points tonight, for sure.
Like the low end, is he still gonna get like 28 and 8?
Like in his
Like
in his worst game possible tonight, it would be like 15 points, like that, and that just won't happen.
That'd be his colossal failure night.
Yeah. So I mean, just points out how quickly sports changes and how funny things are. And then, hey, I said yesterday I didn't want to encourage the Jakes to become like a Jake stomping ground. Jake King, again, had easily the most like comment in the YouTube. He said, Jake looks like the kind of guy who rents a car before a date. And I have a story about that.
Oh.
So, Jakey's stories, I was going into a couple during the live feeds yesterday. Go check us out live tonight, watching the Yankees game. A lot of fun. I used to travel a lot for work, so I used to rent cars a lot. So I was doing a thing in Miami. And I was Emerald Club, not a big deal for National Rental Car ad. And so they have a row where it's perfect for if you travel out for business. You just walk up to the car, pick it, and then on your way out they like beep you and you're gone. So like you don't have to talk to anyone. You literally just pick a car, go. It's money. So I'm in Miami. And I'm like, I'm juiced up. I've never been to Miami. I planned out an extra night there to have some fun. Weird night. I was by myself. I had some fun. But for the work thing, so I go into the aisle, and they had a Mustang convertible. It's like, hell yeah. Miami, bitch. So I got it. And again, in Miami, that's like not a cool car. Miami's got like money and beautiful people. But whatever. It was cool. I was having fun. I had a coworker I worked with, pretty girl. And so, I don't know, we'd worked together a couple times. You know, I don't know. I wouldn't say flirty, but we both acknowledged each other. And then, so we worked for a couple days throughout the week. And then the last night, I kind of didn't tell anybody my plans that, like, I was staying in Miami. And she was like, oh, yeah, I think, do you want to go out in Miami tonight? So I was like, yeah, I was actually planning on it. And then it's like, okay, like, is there any interest here? There's probably no interest, and it's work. Like, I'm not gonna get weird or anything. But, if she's into me, I don't know.
It's up to her.
So we went out in Miami. I was cruising the streets, Mustang convertible, feeling pretty cool. We went out, walked around the town a little bit, and then, this guy was like hitting on her all night, but he was a good looking dude and she was like kind of into it. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I'm floating around. I'm chilling. I'm hanging out in Miami. So finally at the end of the night, she was like, hey, I think I'm ready to go. Like we weren't doing a late night. We weren't doing anything crazy. And then, drive back, whatever, drop her off, no funny business. People thought there was going to be funny business in the story. The funny business, a couple weeks later, I do find out that she plays for the other team. She's a lesbian, I think is the term. So
right.
Pretty funny in hindsight because this guy was spitting game for so long and so hard. And, yeah, I don't think he, yeah. So, long story short, don't hit on your coworkers. It's BBD. Beautiful man. So, hey, thank you for the comment. Leave a comment. Leave a review. We appreciate you guys. A little story time with Uncle Jake. So, you guys are the best. The Bakers, the Wake and Jake Bakers, you guys are awesome. So, thank you. Another week in the books. BBD, our last final segment is the Bro of the Night Award. I've got a split award because... I don't love going too Yankee-centric. I do think it was the right pick for Game of the Night, like for everything around it. The other elimination games weren't
Game of the
even
night,
close.
we sometimes have to.
Could have been Oakland and the A's, kind of, but also not. Like,
by the end, we really did know what was happening.
BBD in the chat. Wow. Wow.
Hey, you spoke to my mother?
BBD's mom with an early morning donation. Holy smokes. My bro of the night, I'm going split. I'm going Jordan Montgomery for the Yankees. Because BBD, I mentioned this before, there was 4 elimination games last night. 3 of the teams got eliminated. The one that didn't was the Yankees. And Jordan Montgomery started that game. Kind of lesser-known Yankees player. If you're not in Yankees world, you very well may not be familiar. Sixto Sanchez went for the Marlins. He gets knocked around. Young future of baseball type guy. Athletics, they started Montes. Nasty stuff, had the huge year last year. They get eliminated. And then everybody's favorite, the Padres. They get eliminated again. Their pitching they didn't have their pitching, so that sucks. But the one guy who moves on is Jordan Montgomery. 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run. That's all they asked. The Rays had been putting up big numbers against the Yanks. Huge start by him. And then I'm splitting it because it's a name that used to be kind of a punching bag in the NFL. Matt Nagy for the Bears. The Bears are 4-1. How? They benched Trubisky.
They were 3-0 and benched their quarterback.
They benched Trubisky. Foles is in. He beats Brady again in some air parentheses. So, hey, he deserves a little bit of love. I think he's a weird dude. But, so, Monty and Nagy. How about that? Names that end in Y.
Wow.
Who do you got, BBD?
Yeah, I told you at lunch.
Teaser.
Whoa. I told you at lunch I was hoping Monty and Davey would combine for 4 innings, 1 run.
Right.
So why don't you do that by
Monty
himself?
did it solo.
Pretty cool. Davey's available today. Hope they don't need him. But hey, maybe get out to a lead and then Cole can leave after 6 innings. You hand it off. I don't know, something there.
Yeah.
Know what I have?
No.
It's my bro of the night.
Nope.
It's Dodgers catcher Will Smith.
Yeah.
Gets the 5-for-5 night. He's the first catcher in baseball history with a 5-hit game in the postseason, and only the 9th player in general to have a 5-hit postseason game.
It's pretty crazy, man.
Dodgers still have him, and other young guys coming up.
Like a bonus young piece.
Pretty
it's insane.
stupid.
It's insane. Passan had the
that
tweet.
Keybert guy.
Passan had the tweet that was
I'm
like,
reading.
if they, and he was just like, if the Dodgers keep developing talent like this, it's almost unfair. Like, baseball teams have not historically been able to develop talent like they have for the past 5 years or so. And there's more on the way. They are scary. Kudos to Will Smith. He's a guy you should know in baseball. 2 Will Smiths going to be facing each other.
Yeah.
In the NLCS. How about that? Reliever for the Braves, really good. And the young catcher for the Dodgers, really good. So that's fun. The Will Smith Bowl, people are calling it. Good bro of the night, BBD. What we're watching tonight, I think our final segment here, we are watching Yankees-Rays, Game 5. The winner goes on to play Houston. Kind of weird. I mean, these Yankees and Rays have been so heated. I'm interested to see how this game looks. Garrett Cole versus Tyler Glass now. Rays have rested really good bullpen guys. The Yankees have good bullpen guys that haven't been overused. The one question mark is Chad Green. It's Garrett Cole's first start on short rest. The stakes, they're high, you could say.
The stakes, they're high. I enjoy them.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to enjoy it tonight. Early runs, man, because every team has a lot of pitchers that are going to be able to come in and empty the tank. It's do or die. And it's a rematch of last year, Houston and Tampa, Cole and Glass now. Cole got the better of that. We're rooting for that. So we'll see. I mean, we're obviously watching that in BBD, the basketball, right?
Yeah, the other Game 5.
Wow. Ooh, Game 5 Friday. What are we doing? Paul Buffado. It's Game 5 Friday.
That.
How I didn't think. Oh, golly. I'm over here telling stories about hanging out with my Leslie coworkers, and it's Game 5 Friday. You guys are awesome. Talking Yanks, talking Giants, pinstripe strong. If you're a Northeast lover, talking baseball. Coming out in a minute. We're doing it. Enjoy Game 5 Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Sports is hot in the streets. Baseball's hot in the streets. Let's go, Yankees. Come on.
Jake sucks.
Come on about it.